Tamayo happy to put the 3-bet in. Effective stack here, Griff with about 45 big blinds to start the hand. You don't really need to go too big on the 3-bet. I mean, maybe you can go anywhere between 3 to 4x here. Out of position, maybe 3.5 is a good middle ground. He's going to choose to go 3x though.
All in.
All in.
All in. No, thank you.
Nicely done again by the supply chain.
Really?
And I think it would be interesting to see what Griff would do there with ace-jack, right? Is ace-queen the bottom of his shoving range in terms of premium ace-x goes?
Griff back to work with pocket nines after the raise from Astet.
And Griff pokes into the chip lead over Astet after that last hand for the first time here, three-handed.
All three held the chip lead for long periods, or in Tamayo's case, a very short period of time on day one of this final table.
Maria was tied for the chip lead when this event began.
Nice going. That's strong. All these people.
I mean, actually, first hand I raised and everybody folded, so I did have it.
You had it solely.
Tamayo folds Griff with a 3-bet.
Yeah, and he's going a little bit bigger than we saw Tamayo's 3-bet sizing from out of position. Again, this is definitely within the range of sizings you can choose. Astet certainly has a stronger hand than I think a lot of the hands he could be opening from the button. You know, it's definitely on the stronger side.
Oh.
Blocks a lot of premium holdings, premium pairs.
Pocket nines against the 2 overs. Nines flops big.
Yeah, and quite a coordinated texture when we think about Astet's continuing range pre-flop. It will contain these suited broadways that will have some connection to this board, right? The queen jack suited, the king jack suited, you know, we see all the offsuit combos.
What's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? We are going to go ahead and jump into the Online Championship Series tournament 194, $10,000 no limit Freezeout. So let's go ahead and register for this. Online Championship number 194, $10,000 no limit hold'em Freezeout. $55 buy-in. First place as of right now is $3,000, but there should be a little less before people get in. We are late registering about 13 minutes or 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and jump on in, and we are there.
Flush draw combinations. I mean, maybe Astet wondering, does he have some like king 8 suiteds that he...
And he makes the call, and he's way behind.
Wow.
Jordan Griff on the cusp of a monster pot, a monster lead, and a monster knockout.
We just need to dodge a queen. Oh my God, we just need to dodge a queen.
Nicholas Astet into his corner. Jordan Griff likewise.
No.
Griff is stunned at where it stands.
This is huge. No way.
Tamayo could be heads up on one more street. Astet needs it now.
Has to have a queen or he's gone.
Jordan with the family. The biggest moment of this main event falls right now. The river card, yes! The king of hearts! Griff takes down the man who would be king, Nicholas Astet.
This game, though, is always live by the sword, die by the sword. Yesterday, when he ended the day, he said that he just wants to feel confident in his decisions. And he has seen so many hands and been in a spot very similar to.
And I asked to go home, but Damon wished to continue. As he was my escort, I had no real choice.
Continue? In a brothel?
He took me to a show. I was only a spectator. I didn't do anything. And then Damon sank into his cups and abandoned me for some whore. I should have known better.
So you did not?
Must I truly refute that?
All right, next hand here, we've got ace-9. My dog is in the back barking right now. We got ace-9 going on right now. Small blind, ace-9 offsuit. We got a raise. On Mac. Call 85. Yeah, we're in it. Let's see a flop this time. Let's see what we get here. Ace 4 or 2, 5, 4, 3 will give us a straight here. Can't really do much else outside of that. And we only mainly called because we were small blind. So this hand is over.
Damon never touched me.
All right, so we are in our fourth hand here of the online series number 194, $10,000 no limit hold'em Freezeout tournament. Let's see here. It is July 20th, so we got a good tournament. But this is online poker tournament by TikTok. We've got a raise in middle position. We got a re-raise, or we got to open a re-raise, and then we're on ace 4. So this hand will be in for us.
I swear this to you, upon the memory of my mother.
It was foolish of you to place yourself in a position where your virtue could even come into question. Kings strive to find you a good match, and so have I. If that lord were to think that you were being sullied,
ruin everything. I know. Your Grace. I regret it.
The king demands an audience, my prince.
Take your fucking hands off me.
My daughter. Won't you even deny it?
I need to understand the charge before I can attempt to discredit it.
You defiled her.
All right, we got ace 6 suited here. We're gonna come in. We're gonna come in for a raise. Try to take a little bit of control of this pot. Just a small raise, nothing too crazy, but just to slightly take control. See what we can get going here. Not a bad flop for us. 7-5 jack here. I will go ahead and take my time and give it a 199 here, do a continuation bet, and we take it down. All right, next hand, king 9 of spades. We're not going to get too fluid. We jumped in there with that. Fold.
Oh! Still you say nothing.
What does it matter, brother? When we were in Nira's age, we fucked our way through most of the brothels on the Street of Silk.
We were young men. She is just a girl. Your niece.
Nira's a woman grown. Better her first experience would be with me than some whore.
You have ruined her. What lord will wed her now in this condition?
Who gives a fuck what some lord thinks? You are the dragon. Your word is truth and law.
I have spent a lifetime defending you. But your heart is even blacker than I thought. I should disinherit her, as I already did you. Be done with it.
Wed her to me. When I offered up my crown, you said I could have anything. I want Rhaenyra. I'll take her as she is and wed her in the tradition of our house.
You're already wed.
That didn't stop Aegon the Conqueror from taking a second wife.
You are no conqueror. You are a plague, sent to destroy me.
Give me Rhaenyra to take to wife, and we will return the House of the Dragon to its proper glory.
Of course. It's not my daughter you lust for, is it? It's my throne. Go back to the Vale, Daemon. To your lawful wife. Strive to restore whatever scrap of honor remains in you. Or don't. Matters not to me. As long as you are gone from my side for good.
All right, so now we've got ace 9 offsuit, ace of hearts, 9 of diamonds, and the big blind here. Let's see what we can come across as we are waiting. I feel like someone's going to make a move here. Let's see, who made a move? He made it 160, so 120 more. And the re-raise there will pretty much end this for us. We're done.
As you wish, brother.
We have 30 to call here with queen 3. We're just going to throw it away. And we are rewarded the next hand because of doing that with ace, queen, offsuit, ace of diamonds, queen of hearts. Let's see what we can make of this hand. We are going to 3-6 this to 180 on the button here with this premium type hand. We got one caller there. We hit top pair, top kicker against Vegas Dave here. Vegas Dave leads out, which I find interesting. So we're gonna call. See what he let out there with. I guess we'll call again. All right, now he checks. Let's see if we can get something out of here, maybe, and make it 750 and see if we can get some out of him. And he folds. Very next hand, we got 7-6 offsuit. Not yet. I'm not going to get into these quite yet because I'm not sure how the table's playing, so don't want to be too aggressive, so we're going to fold. And I'm glad we did because immediately the button raised to 160, and now we're going to get into this. So here's some of the action that just happened right after I folded. Let's see if we have any callers. See, now we have another raise on top of that. A 3-bet. So we had a 2-bet. So we had a 2-bet and a 3-bet there. And then a fold. Ah, stop, dude. I know. Give me a second. All right. Very next hand here. We've got 10-5. We're going to fold. Queen 7 offsuit. We're going to fold.
Have you spoken to her?
No.
It is not in Rhaenyra's nature to be deceitful. I cannot say the same for your brother.
You believe he lied?
How often does he speak the pure truth?
How does confessing to such things serve him?
By reducing you.
Whatever transpired, Rhaenyra is not innocent.
Only because Daemon tried to corrupt her.
Daemon and Rhaenyra share the blood of the dragon. They are restless and chaotic.
She swore to me that she remains a maiden. And I believe her.
Alright, we are at first to act with Queen 8 of Hearts. I will fold. We're now in the big blind. We look down at 3-2 offsuit. First position calls. Second position 3 bets. Middle position then calls. We got the hijack who folded. The button folded. Oh no! Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of people going on here, and we're just gonna fold.
That dagger once belonged to Aegon the Conqueror. It was Aenar's before that. And before that, well, it is difficult to know. Before Aegon's death, the last of the Valyrian pyromancers hid his song in the steel.
From my blood come the prince that was promised. And his will be the song of...
So this is getting a little more aggressive. Guys are starting to get a little more aggressive now. We are sitting 24th with 79 people in the tournament. Still got a few hours for registration. We're also in the small blind right now. We got a 2.5 bet, a call on the button, and now we're sitting here with Queen 4 in the small blind. We're just going to get out the way. We're going to let people eat each other right now.
Ice and fire.
Responsibility I have handed to you. The burden of this knowledge. It is larger than the throne. The king. It is larger than you. And your desires. Jaehaerys would have disinherited you.
For a lie? You've yet to ask me for the truth of what...
We have now switched tables, and we are opening up in the low jack with ace 7 here. We are actually going to pump it up to 200. We're going to say hello to the first table. just to see kind of how our reaction is. We're not going to flat on our first. We're not going to call. We don't want to come across passive on our very first hand. So we're going to open with the raise. It looks like Petty Boy here is thinking about doing something. Nope, fold. New Silk Road. Makes the call, which is probably going to bring Creonte ready to go. Now we got 4, 5, Queen in the hand here. So we got Creonte thinking about betting there. You got 4, 5. You got 2 spades there. So we're actually going to relinquish this with a smaller bet of 224. See if we can take it down. Don't really want to overbet the pot. I know Creonte was thinking about it in the first place there. All right. Creatine calls again. Let's bump another bullet. Let's make it 385. And we're going to go ahead and bet again. I don't think we can fire another bullet on this river. I think we're going to give up now. Creonte, I think, is going to call us with the queen. Something 5. We're done. It's a chop pot. He had ace 8. I might be able to take that down with one more. I guess I should have fired one more bullet. The calls, I would think, and just calling for the spades, right? Queen 8 offsuit, we're going to fold.
What happened?
The truth does not matter, Rhaenyra. Only perception. You have exposed yourself. Now we must both suffer the consequences.
Were I born a man, I could bear Tim if I wanted. I could father a dozen bastards, and no one in your court would blink an eye.
You're right. But you were born a woman.
So you'll strip me of my titles and name Aegon in my stead.
I would. But it is mine to hold the realm together, not sow it with further division. Your courtship is at an end. You will wed Selena Velaryon, and you will do so without protest.
The son of the sea snake. So I can be a remedy for your political headaches.
You are my political headache. Your wedding to Selena Velaryon will unite the 2 most powerful houses in the realm. With the combined strength of our shared dragons and naval fleets, no one would dare to stand against us. The House of the Dragon will stand as one for a further generation.
And what will you do about the vulture who perches upon your throne?
What vulture?
Your hand.
Otto Hightower has served 2 kings loyally and faithfully.
He wants Aegon to be named heir. And he will stop at nothing to see it done, including spying on me to bring about my ruin. You speak of the Conqueror's vision, and the need for strength and unity across the realm, but how can that be accomplished with your most trusted advisor so self-interested?
Every lord and lady that calls for an audience with me, every man on my small council and all councils past has been self-interested. It is unavoidable.
I disagree. I will do my duty as heir, and with Selena. But you must first do yours as king.
Kind of crazy. I'm gonna fold from the hand I just saw. I was thinking about raising with King Jack, but the hand I just saw was a little crazy, so I just chose to fold. Really crazy. And glad I did, because that's the flop.
Your Grace.
5 days.
I'm sorry, Your Grace.
Though it was some time ago, the details, they fade in memory. My father was a hale and healthy warrior and dragon rider, at the peak of his abilities. Jaehaerys named a great royal hunt to celebrate him being named the Hand of the King. 5 days later, my father lay dead. Tourneys last longer. Balon the Brave, rider of Vagar, heir to the Iron Throne, dead of a burst belly. The gods have a dark wit.
Next hand, we've got 2-6 offsuit in the big blind here. By the way, I would have won that last hand, even though someone caught a straight flush draw. It would have got very expensive for me. I would have hit a king on the river, and I would have won. All right, let's check it. We're going to see a flop. Oh, we flop middle pair here. Now, keep in mind, no raise pre-flop, so we'll see how many queens are actually out there. We got our first better here. Patty Boy, New Silk Road, Creatine. I could have played this heads up, but I don't know if I want to play this definitely in first position, so we're going to fold.
It was a grim day. I recall it all too well.
It was a good day for you. Harris named you hand in Balon's stead.
That's hardly how I viewed it, Your Grace. It was a duty.
You served my grandson nobly in his final days. You are the man that taught me how to be king.
All right, next hand, we've got 9-6 of hearts in the small blind. I'm not liking the position with people raised behind me. It's 5,100 blinds, 200 raised by anonymity. I don't want to get involved. We're going to get out of here.
Will you honor me, Your Grace?
Just 5 days. You went from being another man in Jaehaerys' court to the second most powerful man in the realm. I wonder, how long did it take you to choose yourself over your king?
Your Grace.
I will never recover from Emma's death. But Alicent, she took me through the worst of my grief. She was a calculated distraction. I only now realize how well calculated it was.
That is an absurdity. The Queen loves you, as I know you love her.
Your interests no longer align with those of
All right, we have 8-4 on the button, offsuit.
the realm. Your judgment has been compromised.
A loyal hand must tell his king a discomforting truth from time to time, Your Grace. If he doesn't, he's failed as a servant.
You were a faithful servant, Otto. The crown and the realm both owe you a debt that can never be repaid. But I can no longer trust your judgment.
All right. So we got someone who just raised 330. We do have A7 suited here. We're going to go ahead and jump on in. We're going to call him. We do have position here on that side of the button. So gone bananas. Just did a little 2.5. Ah, Patty Boy. Then just 3-bet that. Not sure we're going to get involved now. Pretty aggressive table here. Let's see what gone bananas does. They call. I don't even want to hit an ace. I'm hoping for clubs. So we're going to fold, and we're going to see what flop is. Okay. If that would have been, I thought that was a 9 of clubs, I wouldn't have been happy. Good fold by us. Good fold by us. All right, next hand, we have 9-7 offsuit. Wonder if we can accumulate some chips here. Not with the raise. I was going to try to do it myself, but we're gone.
Come.
I hope you can forgive the late hour, Princess. I took great care.
All right, now we are at second. We're going to go ahead and open up to 450 with our pocket fives here. See what anonymity did. Last time he called. He folds this time, so we went in and take it down. And nice. That makes up for our call of that re-raise before. So good. Very nice hand. 6-7 offsuit. We're going to get out the way.
In its preparation. If not brewed properly, it can either prove ineffective or else bear unpleasant.
Brewed properly. I'm sorry, what is that?
A tea, Princess. From the king. It will rid you of any unwanted consequences. Princess. From the king. Unpleasant.
Brewed properly.
If not brewed properly, it can either prove ineffective or else bear unpleasant.
Brewed properly. I'm sorry, what is that?
A tea, Princess. From the king. It will rid you of any unwanted consequences.
Tomorrow, Lady Rhea.
Cousin?
What's today's quarry? Rabbit?
Dear.
Oh, fine challenge. Care for some company?
I'd rather ride alone.
Good fortune to you.
So we just saw Entity flop a set of jacks, make a little bit of money. Now we actually have pocket jacks here in the big blind 75, 150. He has made it 450. We are going to come back over the top here and make it 1125 to 3-bet the fact that we have jacks here. Maybe he'll fold. Maybe he'll come back over the top. But we have a pretty strong hand. With jacks here, I guess we're going to have to flat. See what kind of... Okay. Now we've got pocket jacks, guys. The only thing I can think of here is pretty much bet 50% of this pot. Continue betting. 3, 4, 9, 2. Pocket jacks in our hand. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. He's got aces. Fuck. The guy had jacks and now pocket aces. Bad luck. Ah. Well, that's frustrating. Didn't even last 20 minutes. Guess that's the luck of the draw. Board would come down like that. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Back out there? I guess so. It is what it is. Sometimes bad things happen. So I guess that's what we're doing today. We will be back tomorrow working on our next tournament.